how to protect yourself from getting love bombed. Hey my love, it's Magda K here and welcome to my channel where we discuss everything about intimacy, romantic relationships, and sexuality. And I also want to remind you that my brand new book, No More Faking It, is now live and available to order. Make sure to check the link below. We have Kindle version, audiobook, and paperback as well, so you can pick the format that you prefer. Inside the book, you will learn about my signature method of working with your 4 power centers, which is my favorite system, helping my clients to get everything they desire in and outside of the bedroom. So let's talk love bombing. Have you been love bombed? Then you must watch this video. Let's start by saying, what is love bombing? Well, you meet someone and they seem really amazing. In fact, so amazing, you may think that you found the one. They're so caring, so loving, they really put in the work, they make an effort. You feel that they prioritize you. It just feels amazing. And then suddenly it doesn't anymore because their behavior kind of out of nowhere changes and now they're not available. So love bombing is when someone shows you a lot of affection. And I mean a lot, like a lot. And then suddenly they take it away. Love bombing is a manipulation strategy and it can be truly devastating because what it's about is hooking you, getting you dependent on the other person. So this can really cause a lot of pain and even trauma. Now, to a degree, every relationship has some amount of love bombing. We call it the honeymoon period because at the beginning, when we meet the other person, we're so happy, we're so excited, we're so in love, all the hormones flood our body and we kind of are bombing them with love, desire, and affection. And then when we step out of the honeymoon period, that excitement drops. So you will always experience some of it, but true love bombing, again, it's a strategy to manipulate you. It's about getting you to be addicted to the other person. And this strategy can be conscious or unconscious. In fact, in most cases, it really is unconscious. So it's not that the person consciously wants to cause you pain or get you addicted to them, but it is a strategy that they developed over their life to protect themselves. So this is something you really need to understand. The intentions behind love bombing aren't bad. It's about protecting myself from the pain of being rejected. So if I bomb you with all the love and I get you addicted and dependent to me, that means you will not leave me, you will not reject me, so I will not have to face the excruciating pain of being abandoned. And so this is why it's really important to be able to recognize when someone isn't just being affectionate, when it's not just the honeymoon period, but when it is actually love bombing, because this will really be devastating for you and it does not set your relationship for success at all. And like I said, it's not that the person is bad even engaged in this behavior. They are simply deeply hurt and wounded and trying to protect themselves. So there are things you can do to actually allow a relationship to develop in a healthy and more natural way so that the person doesn't get to use the strategy of love bombing. Because while some people who use this strategy are narcissists and probably would really be unhealthy to get into a relationship with, some other people are simply hurt. And if you can guide them to enter a relationship the right way, you can actually develop a healthy relationship with them. So the things I want to share with you are specific strategies, ways to approach a new relationship so that on one hand, you are protecting yourself from love bombing because this is about your healthy and well-being. But on the other hand, if this person can actually be a good partner, you are giving yourself a chance to see if this relationship can blossom. The first point is your safety is your responsibility. So when we meet someone new and we're really excited about them and they're so loving, they do so much for us, we assume that they really care about us. We assume they would never lie to us, that they have our best interest in mind. And how often do we finally later learn that it wasn't the case? Like, I've been there. I'm pretty sure you have been there too. When we meet someone new, we want to trust them because they say all the right things. But then later, after a few months, we may, discover that actually the thing they had told us, oh, that was a lie, or they never did something they promised us to do. So you have to remember that at any given time in life, your safety is in your hands. It is your responsibility. You can't expect anyone else to care about your safety more than you. That takes me to point number 2, and it's the difference between trusting someone and being naive. So you have to remember that trust is always earned. By definition, you are not meant to trust someone that you just met. You are meant to use the time, and I'm talking here about weeks and months, to see if this person is trustworthy. And you don't trust the person based on all the good times that you had together. You trust them based on how they show up in difficult situations. So you have to go through these situations to actually see if the person deserves your trust or not. If we give our trust to someone right away, what we're actually doing is being naive. My friend defined this really beautiful for me. So he said this: every person has a monster inside of them. Trusting someone means that I know there is a monster and I am being mindful. I keep watching them because I am aware that the monster can show up. Being naive is living in a reality where I think that the other person does not have any inner monster inside them. So when you meet someone new, doesn't matter how amazing they may feel, remember, there is a monster inside of them. Remember, that person is fully capable of lying to you, of using you, of manipulating you, and hurting you. Don't give away your trust so easily. Remember, that needs to be earned. Number 3, set boundaries and uphold them. What love bombing essentially is about is pushing you and seeing how much do I need to do for you to start breaking your own promises to you. This is a way to disempower you. So let's say you have a boundary that you're coming over to my place, but you said you want to leave by 8 p.m. and go sleep in your own place. And then I will start telling you, oh, please stay, it's so lovely that you're here. I would love for us to just stay over for the night to watch a movie. And you're like, okay, fine. I just convinced you to break your own boundary. Maybe when it happens once, it's not a big deal. But the strategy of love bombing is to get you to break your own boundaries multiple times. And the more you do it, the more power you give away, and eventually you find yourself in a position where you are becoming dependent on the other person. This is why it's so important that we are very much aware of what our boundaries are from the very beginning of the dating process, and we need to uphold them. Just like your safety is your priority and your responsibility, so are your boundaries. You are the one who needs to communicate them, and you are the one who needs to uphold them. Number 4, slow down the pace. Love bombing is intense. It's a lot. I mean, even if the person is truly loving and caring, you will have that feeling that things are moving kind of too fast. It's just a little too much for me. So the way to counteract the love bombing strategies is to slow things down. So the other person wants you to move fast so that you stop thinking. It's basically a way of bypassing your logical brain, so you just kind of automatically fall into certain behaviors that they want you to fall into. When you slow down, you're literally not allowing them to play the strategy on you, and you are protecting yourself from becoming addicted. And number 5, make sure that you still have your own life and you spend time by yourself. So here we're talking about 2 things. The first one is that love bombing is basically about becoming your whole world. Like, this person wants to own you, and part of this strategy is to taking you away from your family, your friends, and your activities. So the more you stay rooted in life that you had before meeting this person, the safer you are, the more you're protected from the strategy of being love bombed. That is also really good for any relationship because you want to make sure that you still spend some time with other people and with yourself. See, when we meet someone we're very excited about, our energies start to mix, and you get to the point where you are not actually fully sure what it is that you think or you feel, just because you're blending. So oftentimes you may think you want something while it's something that the other person wants. It's a normal thing that happens in relationships. So you have to spend some time with your friends who can remind you who you are, who can remind you the things that you always wanted, and also spend some time by yourself. When you are especially by yourself, you get to tune back into what it is that you are truly feeling. What do you truly want? See, part of love bombing is to throw all of these intense emotions onto you so you get confused. So by taking some time for yourself or connecting to the things that you did before you met this person, you are giving yourself a chance to be reminded of your truth and separate yourself from the person who may be trying to love bomb you. Now, as you can see, these 5 tips, they are actually tips for starting a good relationship. So it's very easy to make mistakes in the dating and honeymoon period, which sets us for a codependent relationship. A codependent relationship means that one person holds almost all the power while the other holds very little or no power at all. And these dynamics can be extremely devastating, and usually such relationships don't last and they really cause a lot of pain. So things like slowing down, making sure you're protecting yourself, understanding that trust needs to be won over time, all of this is really helpful for everyone to create a healthy relationship, meaning a relationship that takes care of your needs and is good and supportive, not just at the beginning in the first few months, but for many, many more years to come. So if you would like to learn more about creating healthy relationships, then join the School of Intimacy, because this is literally what the school is about. We have series of courses, over 50 hours of content to talk about communication strategies so that you can express to the person what it is that you truly need and desire, and be able to move through conflict and get your desires and sexual fantasies met. You'll find a course specifically about connecting to your sexuality and opening your body for deeper pleasure. That is true for men and women, because we all can have full body and multiple orgasms. There's a lot of exercises and techniques that you'll find to work with your sexual energy so you can experience more ecstasy. Tools, techniques, skills, information to help you enjoy the most amazing intimate life that you do deserve, my love. So if you would like to check it out, make sure to check the link below this video. And remember, right now we are running a 7-day free trial period, so you can try risk-free the School of Intimacy for a whole week and then decide if you want to stick around or if that was enough for you. My love, thank you so much for being here, and I hope that you found this video useful. If you've ever been loved bombed, I feel you, and I'm sorry that this happened to you. I have experienced this, and I know this really sucks. So I hope that these 5 tips will help you make sure that this never happens to you again. And if you like this video, please give it a like, and please subscribe to my channel if you would like more videos like this. Make sure to click the bell icon so you get notified when the new video goes live. And I would also love to connect with you over on Instagram. It's Magda K Official. Thank you so much for being here, and I will see you soon. Bye!